Here's Teresa, a wonderful staff person from our Choices Day Services program, and she's joined by Diana, one of our Choices members.
Thanks for having me. I'm happy to share with everybody some of the best practices from our Choices program here at ARC of Westchester. Whenever you start your Zoom session, please make sure that you have a strong Wi-Fi connection. If possible, you should start the call from a hardwired Ethernet connection like a desktop or laptop networked computer. We know that at times this is not possible, that we do need to use our phone or an iPad. If that's the case, before your Zoom call, move around your location until you find the spot that has the strongest Wi-Fi signal so there is no interruption to your lesson.
Before you start, let's all try to be on time to our Zoom sessions as possible and not have each other wait for one another. Let's all look presentable on Zoom. PJs are a no-no. Being able to get up, shower, brush our teeth, comb our hair, and getting dressed is very important for all of us. We feel so much better when we do this, don't we? Before you start, make sure we all look at the background. Is your bed made? Is your room tidy? Are there dishes in the sink? Make sure your background is what you want to share with everyone. If it's a mess, what does that say about you? Before you start, make sure you tell your friends, family, and fellow staff that you are in a Zoom session and remind them to respect this time of yours. In a Zoom session, we can hear everything that goes on around you. Ask a family member to help you find a quiet place to Zoom with us, not next to a washing machine, TV, or your dad doing the lawn outside. Make sure you turn off your phones so we don't hear cell rings or notifications beeping. All of that is distracting.
If you're the host of the Zoom session, know that smaller groups work the best when trying to teach a lesson or have a discussion about something. Small groups mean 4 to 6 people. That's a great size so that everyone gets a chance to speak and share their thoughts. So important. Keep a time limit on the session. Set the time ahead and let everyone know how long they have. And let's make sure we stick to it. When preparing your lesson, sometimes what we want to teach or share may not be what everyone else wants to hear or do. Let's take time to know our audience. What would they like to learn? What would they like to discuss? What activities would they like to try? Often, your group is undecided on what they want to do for Zoom. A lot of times they need a little help. Well, guess what? At our very own ARC of Westchester website, we have a list of resources and lesson plans to keep everyone engaged on lots of topics. I use this resource every single day, multiple times a day. It's excellent, and I urge everyone to check it out. Don't limit ourselves. Try to keep our audience engaged. Mix it up, please, please. Don't teach the same thing every day or every morning or every afternoon. Try not to review the same topic all the time. It becomes so boring. There is so much to learn, so much to see, so much to do virtually. If you must Zoom with a very large group, we found that it's best to mute everyone when you're beginning the session, of course, except for the host. But before you use this mute all feature, make sure that everyone and their families are aware that this is happening beforehand. If someone does want to be unmuted to ask a question, they can easily hold up a pen or pencil in front of them or raise their hand and wait to be called upon. None of us like to be rushed. Don't we all feel the most accepted when we have a say or are asked how we feel? As the host, we must take time to develop questions ahead of your Zoom session that you can ask each and every person on your call after the lesson. Most importantly, when you do ask a question, Give every single person time to think and answer.
During your Zoom session, when someone is speaking on Zoom, please be polite and look at them. We want everyone to feel respected and heard. It is not the time to look at your phone or eat a snack. During the Zoom session, please try to wait your turn to speak. It is hard to make sense of what is being said if two people are talking at once. A best practice is to hold a pen or pencil in front of you, and then you have the floor to speak. Wait for the host of the session to give you the okay to speak.
Involve your audience. It's so much more fun when you do. People are most interested when they are recognized as individuals and get the chance to speak up for themselves. If you're the host, show your interest. Be enthusiastic. Be creative. If you don't seem interested, why should anyone else pay attention to us? Most importantly, have fun.